couple things that come to mind for top attributes to be a successful business leader would be that you can't be afraid of failure.
All right.
You have to run into failure some way along the line if you are successful in pretty much anything. If you talk to a lot of successful people that have done wonderful things in the world of business, they've all failed along the way. Kind of embrace the community that you're involved in. Like, you got to kind of recognize your market, and then do a lot of networking and challenge yourself to make sure that you're introducing yourself into as many circles as possible that can help whatever business you're in achieve success. So for me, I'm in the advertising business. So if I go into a business and the person tells me no, they don't want to advertise with the Coffee News, I can't leave taking it personally. I have to think the timing was not just right for that business. Maybe, no doesn't mean no. No means not right now. I would say go for it, especially when you're young, because life never gets any cheaper. As you grow up, you get into more responsibilities, and it costs much more to live, especially if you get into having a family and etc. It's never cheaper to live than you are when you're young. So it's a great opportunity to take a chance and try and build something for yourself. Sure. But keep in mind that you do have to have an interest in what you're doing, and you definitely have to do some research on how you're going to be successful and build yourself a plan. You can't. I'm excited to see the chamber back up and running up in West Prince. It's very active in other parts of Prince around the other chambers, and it's a chance to bring business people together. And that's really what the chamber does really well, is it brings entrepreneurs together.
You're a young fellow. Young people are very aggressive, and that's what it takes, aggressive people, to start out in a new business. You don't think like an older person. Nothing can slow you down. So that's all you need, is that desire to go. Yes, it's competitive. Yes, it's a very competitive industry. Everything is competitive now. But your competitors that compete against you, they're a big thorn on your side, because lots of times I go to my competitors and I say, what should we do here? Let's work this out together. And we share together, we work together, and give each other good advice.
I do believe I'm an entrepreneur. With every hair salon, even working under somebody else, you have to grow your own business, because your own business is yourself, your talents. So to get a clientele to bring in money, you really need to sell yourself. In order to make money in business, you need to be ready to invest your time and your energy, and you need to be passionate about it. Building your business, part of your team, is actually quite important, because if somebody doesn't fit in your team, you don't have like a really nice flow in your business. If people don't get along and build together, you can't grow together. I think the beauty industry was really easy for me. I've actually loved hair since I can remember. I used to do hair on my grandfather at 3 years, like when I was like 3 and 4 years old. He was the only one that would let me do his hair. So choosing the industry wasn't a matter of why, it was a matter of when for me. So having it in high school was amazing, because I got to have my trade for virtually $0. The chamber could really help a new entrepreneur for networking and meeting new people, and realizing that there's very much more than one side to a business. You're networking and meeting people, and really expanding your growth is very, very important, and the chamber really has a lot of different avenues for that.
And I've always had the desire to be successful in whatever I do. It doesn't even have to be work related. It could be something I have a hobby for. I want to be good at it. It's my staff, and you have to have your staff in a positive environment. You need to make sure that they're happy, and if they're happy, that's going to make you as an entrepreneur happy. The last thing that you want is something interfering with that, and that should be your main goal as a business owner, that your staff is always going to be your top priority. Well, to be a successful business leader, Rochelle, I would say a few things would you have to be goal orientated. You need to set yourself up for, you know, a yearly goal, a monthly goal, even daily goals. And so that's a big one. People tend to forget about goals, and if you don't have something to work for, then you're just working. That your education just doesn't stop once you finish school or college or university. You have to continue educating yourself each and every day. You owe it to yourself, because we live in a world where times are changing.
For the restaurant industry, I definitely think the ability to keep many balls in the air, to be able to multitask, to be able to put out fires, like not to get hung up on one particular thing in your business, but instead kind of to be able to see everything as a whole and then zone in on each particular section. I think that benefits me. Like I can look at the food, and I can look at the staffing, and I can look at all these things, and then look at everything as a whole without getting too hung up. Like some people focus too much on the food. You're a different kind of working mother when you're an entrepreneur, but like the fact that my kids get to see me like excited to go to work and like passionate about what I do, and you know, I can take them with me if I absolutely need to, and they can, you know, my daughter can kind of help around, and she sees that my work isn't something that I just do as a means to an end, but it's something that really fulfills me. But really, the thing that will set you apart from being just a dreamer is taking massive action. Like, do something every single day, like a concrete thing that's going to get you closer to having a business. I think that my biggest strength is my creativity and the way I kind of approach problems as with that kind of creative spin. I usually can come up with fairly creative answers.
Are there any